And for an investment, you have roughly 25 shots, 25 investments. It needs to return 3 to 10 times the investment. That's what it looks like. So which one are you going to be and how are they going to find? It's really difficult. What it means to you, the founder, is only 2 things. The first one is that your plan, we don't care. I really don't care what you plan to do or how you're going to get to heaven, because you're not going to get there the way that you present. So small on forecast, small, and don't mention, oh, we have a reasonable forecast and conservative estimates, because nobody believes you, and therefore skip it. Number 2 is that you, despite what the press says and despite what you may have heard or read, it's pretty clear you're only going to get one shot at this. If you think that you're going to be able to iterate, do a shitty presentation, meet someone and sit down for a coffee chat, and that goes really badly and you can't explain what you do and why it's going to be amazing in 3 minutes or less, and comfortable, crystal clear way, do you think they're going to reinvite you again and say, that was not good, come again? No. So despite what you read, remember this, you better be prepared, because you're going to have one shot at this. Once you have been passed by a fund, they never come back. You're listed as no thanks, maybe in 5 years. But as you know, 5 years is difficult. In short, most of you don't make it. And there's plenty of reasons why. It shouldn't be, because it's not that difficult, but most of you don't apply the basic rules and therefore think that you're that special that there's going to be an exception made just for you. Sadly, there's not. Why? Because now the entire world of decks, pitch decks, how companies started has been amazingly well documented. In fact, there are websites like this one. Alexander Jarvis has done an amazing job at picking up the finest companies in their pre-seed and seed stage and Series A and all their decks and how they explain things. And, free, amazing. If you search a little bit on Google, you're going to see that every demo day, every investor day, every meetup day is now on video. So you can actually, for free, from your bedroom, check what works, what jokes are landing or not landing, what people speak like, what is it that makes a good pitch, short, sharp, concise, crystal, what makes it a boring pitch, all of this for free. So why are you expecting that you can come up with something crappy and kind of not finished and people should sympathize with you? It's not going to happen. So let's talk about, it's one of the first misunderstandings. No iteration, you prepare, then you go to market, and then you dynamically close the best deal in that order. What most people come up with is this kind of trial and error, and that is a guaranteed fail of you closing your round. So first thing that you should do is, are you actually a VC-sized business? You can have an amazing e-commerce business selling something at very high margin, a battery pack, a iPhone cover business, which will make 2 million EBITDA and guarantee you a huge fat dividend every year. And it's an amazing business and you should do it. But this is not something that venture capitalists will be looking for. In fact, most angel investors who want to buy your shares want to sell those shares. And the shares of a company that has 2 million, even with high profits, is almost impossible to sell. So think about what's in it for them, not for you. And you'll be, if you're honest, you're going to realize that many investors should not even meet you. And pitching hard to them will just lead you to you failing. Number 2, which is my biggest bugbear, people come out with a 12-slide pitch decks and they think that's enough to raise money. And every time they fail. They fail, the worst part, at the end of the process. When people start asking you intelligent questions, you haven't even thought about them. You can't present any hard data evidence. People pass because they think you're not good enough. You don't know your business enough. And that happens all the time. You're there to build an amazing business. You found a niche. You found something that drives you to get up in the morning and build something great and be known for it and build an amazing business around it. They are there to make an amazing return on the investment. It's not their cash. They borrow cash. They have 10 years to return 10 times, down to 3 times minimum. So they need huge returns, and they're going to look for companies that can build them huge returns.